Hi y'all, I'm Dessa, and this is
Angelica,
and wait for who?
Michigan Roundtable for Diversity and Inclusion.
I go to Hart Academy, which is a medical high school, and you go where?
I go to Renaissance High School in Detroit.
She is smart. Anyway,
I heard about the internship from a friend who suggested it to me. I had already worked a lot with Build On for the most part, trying to get in touch with my community, but I was looking for something that goes a little bit beyond, a little bit more in depth. And so when I heard about Michigan Roundtable and just read the mission statement, browsed the web, I figured that it would be a good thing for me to get involved with. And I think that I thought that I would be able to make a really good change with Michigan Roundtable. So I applied and I was accepted and everything. And so far it's been very, very awesome.
she got accepted and everything.
So what about you? What got you interested?
I found it on the floor in the garbage. I needed a job, and so I was interested in stuff like this, but I never came across an opportunity like this. So what happened was, as soon as I found it on the floor, I ironed it, went home, steamed it, and I went home, thought about it, talked to a couple teachers, they told me it'd be a good fit for me. So nobody ever knew about it in not in the type of area I live in, but where I'm from, in a part of the city of Detroit. And at my school, nobody ever heard of it. So what happened was, I applied for it. I emailed Teresa. I was nervous because I didn't know what I was doing. I just typed some stuff together to the best of my knowledge.
Good job.
And I got interviewed. Luckily, I got an interview. In my interview, I was nervous because it was 60 people there, and it was like 30 spots, and some people were just talking and talking and talking and talking. And then I said my little words, but I wasn't sure if I spoke up enough. But I learned at the round table, it's not about you speaking up. It's about who, who works the hardest and who is really out for helping their community. Because the type of community that I live in, I want to help build it up instead of letting it fall, because it's falling down real bad. And kids, most people my age, they not thinking about doing something like this. So I think that was a big step for me personally to help my community, because I work with many organizations, City Year Detroit, Build On, and it's like working with the Roundtable actually gives you the opportunity to actually go out there and they put it on you tell. It's not like you working throughout somebody, you working for your own self.
How has this internship affected us so far?
Physically or mentally? Because I have tripped and failed. Mentally, I have grew a lot. I have learned to open up my mind and my horizon. Because being in one area, you just think generally one thing. When you meet other people, other races, you have to just open up in order for you to get along with people. Because at first, at the internship, we worked around with so many people. I was like, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to do this. Like, example, when we went to the garden for food, I did not want to eat that food. I refused to eat it. But after a while, I tasted it, because to me, I just like my food fried and everything. I'm used to eating culturally food, and then it's like once we went there, I tasted other people's food, and it was really good. I learned to open up and not be so sheltered, and don't be scared to expand. What about you?
Let's see. I think with this internship, it has, I guess, internally helped me to find the value of a youth voice, I guess you could say, because I didn't before, to be honest, like I didn't believe that a lot of organizations really look for a youth voice. I didn't really think they cared so much, even though they claim to really keep the youth in mind. Working with Michigan Roundtable has showed me what youth involvement really looks like, because we get a say in what we want to do, and it's not just completely dictated. We don't feel like we're just coming to work every day, we kind of feel like we're coming to, hang out with friends and get, things done. It feels better that way. And I think that even after I leave this internship, I'll take a lot of the skills that I learned and incorporate them into college life and beyond, and whatever job I work next.
The overcoming for me will be stepping out of my boundaries, because I'm not, at first, personally, I was on the bad side, fighting, all that other kind of stuff. But as for working for the Roundtable for a positive way, I kind of like left all that alone. No more fighting, no more being a negative influence. More like working in my community to build it up instead of tearing stuff down and harassing people. Because at the Roundtable, you don't want people harassing you. All like this experience, I think it changed you as long you as a like. The more you do the work and the more it changes you, because you learn so much that you can't help but to change. Like, for me, I know outside of like the work, school, my school and my community, I try not to use as many terms like that offend people, because when you just raise them and you don't know they offend people until you bump into somebody of that race. And I guess like use a different vocabulary, ask people how do they feel about certain issues, try to get more youth involved in positive things and negative things, because there's so many things out here that's negative, that like such as gangs and all this other type of stuff and violence. So many people don't know how to use positive words to influence others. They don't know how to use positive words. They don't know how to use negative words. So it's just like they don't even know. They're not educated on how to use different media. I think that's a big problem to why we are the way we are. Because everybody thinks because somebody doing something else, you gotta do it that way. But I think working through the Roundtable, you can influence them to do something a different way, go a different light, because we all are different. But at the same time, we all working for inclusion, and we all need to be including one another. It's not a one person rule.
I think that a hope that I have for my community definitely would be to bridge like social divides, especially because before coming to Michigan Roundtable, I didn't really notice how, like, to be honest, how racist some of like some people that go to my school are, and people in my community, they do make a lot of like really racist comments a lot, and it's something that I didn't notice until coming to Michigan Roundtable and seeing what it looked like and how it really isn't fair and how people are really affected by it. I think that what I hope for is just to, try to work in a direction that will help to educate everyone on, so that they'll see how these comments and their actions really do affect the people around them. I would hope to be able to spread a lot of knowledge through the internship, because I think our consortiums that we do with the different schools and talking to them and stuff, it's something that's really effective, and I think that it's really a step in the right direction, I guess you could say, school wise, and I hope in the future that we can do something bigger community wise to expand the project.
This might sound kind of dumb, but at first I was uneducated, because I didn't know Southeastern region was so big. I didn't even know. I just thought we was Detroit, and that was it. I didn't know we was a region, and we all needed to work together because we so divided. So I learned like the Southeastern region is very big, and we are known for a lot of things.
With the region, I also didn't know that it was like as huge as it is. I'm kind of glad that it's huge, because it kind of gives me a little bit of hope that like Detroit isn't alone. We're a region. We're supposed to be working together, build each other up. It's possible and stuff, But one thing that has definitely like changed is, because my parents aren't from this country, and they weren't in Detroit during any of the civil rights movements or the riots especially. So they didn't know a lot about the the background of Detroit, its rich history. They love the city, but they just didn't know as much about it. So coming to Michigan Roundtable was like a good way to just learn about the city that I live in. And so when like now, before when I drove down Woodward, it was kind of like just driving down Woodward. But now when I look around, I see like it kind of reminds me of like a ruin sometimes, because on like either side you can see sometimes like the houses that have been bombed out and the houses that are still dilapidated and still falling apart. And you can kind of like picture what Detroit used to look like at one time, and you can see how majestic it really, it really was, and it kind of is a good motivating factor for the work that we're doing, because Detroit at one time was just super awesome and amazing, but things definitely aren't the same, and working with Michigan Roundtable has definitely allowed me to see my region in a different light, and it motivates me to work harder to make a change in my community.
I know so much about Detroit, but I never experienced what's outside of Detroit, which I think was an important thing that I experienced here, because there's a lot of inequalities within our region. We always like I think being from Detroit, and when you go out to other regions, like a lot of people look down on you because you're from Detroit, and Detroit's supposed to be so poor, and Detroit, they're not spending money, and you're not supposed to be smart because you're from Detroit. And it's like, I think if only we would break down that barrier and like help each other out, like, and give each other a hand on how, or tips of how we can all come together as one and work together. I think that would be very, very important and enlightening, because at one point in time in Detroit, Mom, she would tell me like stories and stories about this. Like, it's not a time we don't ride in the car. Mom would say, "Oh, I remember we used to go to this place. I remember this place." Every drawing and every mural in Detroit, it's a reason why it was behind it. And I just think like Detroit as a whole, we gotta get it together. But at the same time, our big brothers and sisters around our region, y'all gotta help.
Organizing this delegation for Detroit, helping to go over proposals, making sure that they're youth friendly, and progressive to what we want our delegation, what we want the track to look like. With Allied Media Conference, it's going to be held during the summer at Wayne State in June. Yeah, in June. And from my experiences going before, it was a whole lot of fun. It doesn't feel like you're attending a bunch of lectures. Everything is really interactive. Everything is really fun, and you learn a lot about social justice and media in general, like how to just work a computer. There's lots of different programs that you can go to, and it's friendly to all ages. I know there are a lot of like dance workshops for the little kids and stuff, and there are also a lot of workshops for the older people who really didn't know about cameras or laptops or how to use them and stuff. So Allied Media Conference was really, really good, and I'm glad that we were a part of organizing it this year.
We have maybe four or more big fundraisers coming up, and we are asking everyone to please come. Skating party. We see y'all skating. Don't be scared to fall. I'll pick you up. Angelica, I'll pick you up.
I won't be falling.
Don't push me down.
Extraordinaire.
Oh, it's on. So we challenge you to come out to our fundraisers and to
support.
Bye. Hope to see y'all at our AMC at our media conference.